Hey everybody, welcome back to Friday Night Modern here at GameSwap and Mason, brought to you by Top Deck Productions, streaming live on Twitch TV. Again, I'm Mark Anliker here with my co-host Mario Krabari.
Hi guys, welcome to round 3. For this round we have Addison on Green White Company versus Connor on Eldrazi Tron, so pretty top tier decks here, I guess.
Yeah, both absolutely top tier. Green White Company's a new brew. It's been around for a long time, but the recent printings of Ramanop Excavator, Renegade Rallier, and somewhat less recently, Courser of Krufix, Born of the Gods, synergizing with the very old Azusa, allows these decks to play a lot of Ghost Quarters. You know,
Yeah,
some people think your deck can only have 4 Ghost Quarters, but this deck has like 12.
Right. They should call it that 12 quarter.
12 quarter. 12 quarter. Or some might even call it $3. I think I'm going to have to start calling this deck $3. And no one's going to know what it means.
No, they will not.
Yeah, so for those of you who don't for those of you who don't know the way that this company deck works, you basically play a bunch of green-white guys that have really good synergy with lands. Most people even play Knight of the Reliquary as well. You'll play Voices of Resurgence like we see here, and Scavenging Ooze, both of which are targets for Renegade Rallier for just super value. So these decks, they do really well against big mana strategies because they have so many Ghost Quarters. They do really well against other mid-range decks like Jund and Abzan because they just generate so much value. It's really tough to deal with, you know, Voice Resurgence into Renegade Rally or get back a Voice Resurgence or something like that. They struggle against some combo decks. They don't have a lot of interaction like Ad Nauseam and Storm.
Sure.
And one big downfall of these Green-White Company decks is you can't really afford to play Rest in Peace because you have so much graveyard synergy, and that's how a deck like Storm really gets to you.
Yikes. So, back to the game itself, things are not looking good for our company friend here. Connor with Tron on turn 3 off the Expedition map. First play is Walking Ballista X3 as well as a Basilisk Collar. He's going to be able to start gunning down everything Addison has.
Yeah, that's rough. Turn 3 Tron from Connor and no Ghost Quarter for Addison is tough.
Yeah.
And I guess Connor was on the play, or did Addison just miss his land drop?
Addison's missed some land drops. I'm not sure. I think Connor was on the play, but
geez, another Tron land for Connor. Brutal. This Walking Ballista is gonna get huge.
This one might be over quick.
Now, to be fair, we have seen Connor misplay his Walking Ballista somewhat recently, so maybe he won't.
What? Last week I think.
Yeah, last week we saw Connor neglect to grow his Walking Ballista. He instead just destroyed his own Walking Ballista by shooting down a single spirit when he could, a Lingering Soul Spirit, when he could have grown the Ballista to take out multiple spirits across the next few turns and keep the Ballista in play. So, for example, there we could have seen Connor, just go, kill the Ballista for 3, kill the Skoos and the Hierarch. But no, we see Connor make the correct play there, which is grow the Ballista and then shoot down the creatures. Okay, and we'll just see Addison.
No, he all is dusted there.
Oh, he all is dusted. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought he made like 8 mana and fired off 2 bullets.
I think the result of the same was Natural Tron still good.
Yeah.
Not Natural Tron. I guess he had the Expedition map, but Tron still good.
Yeah, I've heard disagreement about what the term Natural Tron means. Some people say that Natural Tron is is just having all 3 in hand or drawn naturally. Whereas others are convinced that Natural Tron can mean playing it on turn 3.
The ability to get it on turn 3.
Yeah. So through an Expedition map, I don't think it really matters. It all messes you up real bad.
You always lose. Regardless of how they get it. Well, I guess you don't always lose, but.
So let's see if Addison can find some Ghost Quarters. What do you think Addison wants out of the sideboard here?
I don't know. His sideboard doesn't seem too great against it. I could see maybe bringing in Aven Mind Sensor or the Surgical Extraction.
Yeah, Stony Silence is also great. Stony Silence is really good against Ballista. And And
You're right,
it also cuts off.
Think about that.
Cuts off Ballista, cuts off Expedition map, cuts off Mind Stone, and then cuts off Basilisk Collar.
Sure. Yeah, that seems good.
So I really like Stony here. Even Mind Sensor, like you said, is great for Expedition map.
And Sanctum of Ugin on the off chance he has that.
Sure. Yeah. Blessed Alliance isn't terrible. Because untapping your knights is nice, and it's mostly a path in this matchup. Your opponent's not going to go wide, so it's not terrible. And obviously Reclamation Sage is definitely coming in. wonder what Connor wants. To fight against these company decks, I think you probably want every copy of all this dust, right?
Yeah. I don't think Addison has many colorless permanents.
Do you know, are Eldrazi Tron players playing all of the all this dust main?
No, I think they only have maybe like 2 overall.
Oh, really? I was thinking most people tried to get 4, but you might be right. I guess that seems kind of excessive.
Yeah.
I mean, it is a 7-drop.
Once you get rid of all your opponent's permanents, you don't really need to
Yeah.
do that again very often.
Though I think that card really just hoses a lot of matchups.
That's Warping Whale could be pretty good in this matchup. I think.
Yeah, Pithing Needle could also be good. You could name Ghost Quarter.
Sure.
You can also name Knight of the Reliquary if it's relevant. And you can name Scavenging. Actually, I think Addison's correct to take out Scavenging Ooze here. It's just not very fast and might not have a lot of targets in the late game. And of course, Connor doesn't use his graveyard at all. So I think Connor definitely wants Relic or Progenitus. Keeps the Knights at bay and stops the Ghost Quarter plan. But I guess we also don't. Do we know for a fact that Addison is on the sort of the Todd Stevens value package?
Yeah, I'm not sure. He could be on the Vizier combo or something.
Oh, he could be on Vizier combo. Interestingly, Eldrazi Tron can win through the Vizier combo very easily. Well, at least through Infinite Life, because you can just restart the game with.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Yeah, you can restart the game with Karn. I think there's some other ways, right?
You could mill your opponent with. I don't know. You could mill your opponent somehow just by having more permanents, I guess. I don't really know if Tron has other alternate win conditions.
I feel like you can Ulamog if you have an Ulamog. You can.
Oh, you can mill
your
him out.
opponent
Yeah,
that way. Not everybody plays Ulamog, but you still see him. Sometimes like 2 in the sideboard, but it doesn't look like Connor has him in the sideboard, but he might have 1 or 2 main.
Oh, it's sorry to the. If our volume is too low.
Oh, are we difficult to hear?
Yeah, that's what somebody said.
We can try to be a little bit more vociferous.
Well, I do. We were having some audio issues earlier, and this might be left over from that. I don't think our settings are quite the same as they usually are. So sorry about the low volume.
So both players shuffling up. Addison with the presentation of the deck here. I like how Addison's sleeves match Connor's wristband, watch, and shirt. It almost looks like they should trade decks.
Sure.
Connor's actually very well matched today.
Yeah, he's going all blue.
He even matches his life total. Does he have natural Tron again?
I don't know. I think both players mulled to 6. Yeah.
So Connor is going to have turn 3 Tron here, given no disruption from his opponent, because he has 2 fetch lands and an expedition map on the top, and also a basic waste. So it looks like a pretty strong hand from Connor, but this plan will be foiled by even just 1 Ghost Quarter.
Expedition map on top. Okay, that's pretty easy. Yeah, this might be a really, really quick match here. Connor just gets natural Tron again.
I mean, Addison's got to have 4 Ghost Quarters, right?
Hopefully, he has surgical extraction, but I don't know.
Oh, Pride Mage is not good here.
No, that doesn't do anything.
Not quite fast
enough. Yeah.
If he had a turn 1 Mana Dork, then he could have Pride Mage to blow up the map.
Yeah, plus blowing it up.
But, geez, this is brutal. Where are the Ghost Quarters?
Well, you don't always find your 4-of copy of something.
Oh, Verdant Catacombs, not what you want. All right, we'll swing for 3.
I guess there's the chance that Connor doesn't have any bomb in hand. You can always hope for that.
It looks like he's on Tronland, Eldrazi Temple, Waste, and 1 other card. Oh, it looks like Batterskull, Walking Ballista.
Yeah.
So that's pretty good gas.
Yeah, Walking Ballista is a good one.
Oh, so it looks like Connor made the decision to get the Urza's Tower. Gee, I don't know about that one. I feel like you wanted to get the
second mine,
the Seagate wreckage.
Oh yeah, right. The games might go long.
Yeah, I mean, don't you want 2 mines in case he has a Ghost Quarter? So you still have a mine. No, Connor made the correct decision because Tron. That's how Tron works.
You play Tron and you win. That's how Tron works. there it is.
Oh gosh.
Ballista for 3.
Ballista for 3 and still floats a mana.
So, I guess Addison can. Well, that's pretty bad actually. Addison can kind of force the issue by making his Pride Mage kill Ballista, but then he just loses Scoos as well. So.
Well, wait a minute. Why don't you just Shouldn't you just blow up? Shouldn't you just deal 2 damage to Pride Mage right now before he has the chance to untap?
In response, yeah. Well, yeah.
I think Connor. I mean, Connor definitely should have just used 2 counters to blow up Pride Mage because now
In
Addison,
response to the fetch.
yeah, in response to the fetch, because now he can blow up
The
this.
Ballista.
But maybe Connor wants that to happen so he can run out Batterskull next
Sure.
turn.
Yeah.
But frankly, I think Ballista is better than Batterskull when you have 7 mana.
Yeah. Yeah. Ballista. I mean, Ballista is really bad for Addison. It can just gun down all his creatures. It looks like Addison did draw a Blessed Alliance, so maybe he can use that to
Yeah, the
take care
problem
of the Ballista.
the problem with Blessed Alliance here is that your opponent still shoots off the counters, which they could do with essentially any form of removal. But
What? Yeah. Which Addison can actually eat the walking ballista before the damage goes through. But he did not see that.
yeah, I don't think he necessarily cares.
Well, he should definitely care. He keeps his Skoos alive.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wait, no, well, I see what you're saying.
Because it's a
thought you
cost
meant-
to remove a counter, and then the ballista goes to the graveyard. And
Is that right?
yeah,
Are you sure about that?
I'm certain.
Okay, well, yeah, I suppose that's a big misplay from Addison. I thought you just meant he had the opportunity to gain a life. I was going to say
No, because it would have put a counter on it.
right. Yeah, I guess you're right. Removing a counter is a cost. Ballista goes straight to the graveyard while the damage is on the stack.
Yep.
Well, is that right? Because Ballista definitely becomes a 0/0 before damage, but does it hit
Yeah.
the graveyard?
Yeah, it goes to the graveyard.
Okay, that's a big misplay. You're right, Mario.
It's a weird line. I'm assuming I'm correct. I'm fairly certain that is how it would work.
Yeah, I mean, I know for certain that Ballista becomes a 0/0,
Right.
obviously before the time the damage is dealt. Whether or not the state-based actions take effect and Ballista goes to the yard,
I'm fairly certain it does.
um,
So Addison seems to be flooding out here. And unfortunately, Connor just drew another walking ballista. Jeez. This is going to be a very large ballista.
Jesus, yeah, what is this? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 mana?
It's a 5/5. So we're going to try to make Connor sacrifice Batterskull. Of course, Connor can respond by returning Batterskull to his hand. Oh, and in fact, all it does is kill the germ.
Yeah, all it does is
right,
kill
yeah.
the germ.
Because the Batterskull is actually an equipment.
Yeah, Batterskull is very resilient when you have this much mana.
Sure. Addison does gain 4 life.
Yeah, Connor doesn't even care to return it to his hand because he can just equip it to Walking Ballista
Yeah,
here.
sure.
So now Ballista is a 7/7. 7/7 that can lightning bolt people. or
Got
can-
artifacts wearing artifacts.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is actually one of the few times where you can remove all the counters from Ballista and keep it alive
Yeah.
with the equipment.
You can also do that in Blue Steel when you have a Master of Ethereum in play. For those of you who play bad decks. No, I'm just kidding. I actually just built Blue Steel. I think it's pretty fun to play, and I think it's actually very good. So let's see if Addison can dig himself out of this one.
Stony Sounds would be a good start.
Yeah, Stony would mean so Connor could not even respond with map here, which would be nice,
Yeah.
but it's a little far gone for that.
Yeah, because you still have a 7/7. And Addison drew another land. Yeah, this game is not looking great. Another Tron piece. Whew.
So Connor's got
Addison might just be dead here.
Connor's got 13 mana.
All right, here's Collected Company.
So if we find a Kataki Wars Wage, that does nothing.
I don't know if anything does
literal
anything
nothing. If we find, I guess a Reclamation Sage would be fine,
here. Sure, yeah.
or a Pride Mage.
Reclamation Sage or Pride Mage, yeah, those would both be pretty good. Both would be great. Find 2 Pride Mages, that would be great. Instead it's
Scoos
Scoos
and Knight. Not where you want to be. I think the Knight is a 5/5.
Yeah, looks like it.
Maybe a 6/6. That's not great.
Yeah, we're going to get a very large ballista here. A 3 land. So Knight is a 5/5.
So Knight can outclass this walking ballista over time if Addison has a ghost quarter for the tower. Because you know, Connor having only 1 tower, of course he has an expedition map. This is pretty bad.
Yeah, especially the double. There's no blocking cannot go well for you.
No.
Oh wait. What? Okay, so we put an extra counter on ballista. We made Scoos a little bit bigger.
Okay.
The thing is, no matter what, he can just remove counters from ballista and kill one of the blockers. Both of these creatures are dying for sure, and the ballista's not dying. Yep. Another counter on ballista makes it a 9/9. And okay, we're gonna make Scoos a little bit bigger.
Eats his own Scoos.
Another counter.
Man, that's some cannibalism.
All right, so ballista is now a 10/10.
Jeez.
And unfortunately, our troops on green white have only grown to 9.
Folks, walking ballista is a hell of a card.
Yeah. Addison really needs to find Reflector Mage, or not, I'm sorry, not Reflector Mage, Reclamation Sage or a Pride Mage here to have any chance. And here's Karn,
Karn
so
liberated, oh jeez.
that's gonna put the game away. As if it wasn't already out of hand. Karn, the Karn father gonna bring us home.
Yeah, so Addison is not on a deck that plays Reflector Mage. He's got no
I
blue
meant
mana.
Reclamation Sage.
Yeah, no, I know.
Oh.
Our stream runner mentioned Reflector Mage, but yeah, he's not on a blue deck.
Right, yeah.
Ooh, the surgical. Yeah, you don't bring that in here. I think there's no.
No, that's surgical is very good here. You Ghost Quarter a land and you get him off Tron.
Sure, but that's a 2-card combo where Ghost Quarter by itself is just fine. I don't see the purpose of surgical in this match, especially because taking off a Tron land, they still have Eldrazi Temple, and if you take them off Eldrazi Temple, they still have Tron lands.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of surgical here. That could have been any other card. I would have. I mean, think about what other cards that could have been.
Well, Addison has at least 2 Blessed Lands, I think, in this Cocoa pile. So.
Well, he can't put those into play.
No, unfortunately not. It would be pretty good here.
Yeah, I don't like surgical coming. I think that's one of the most overboarded cards in Modern.
Ramanop Excavator Courser.
Yeah, Ramanop is not good without a Ghost Quarter.
Soon to be gunned down, I suppose. Wait, does the Walking Ballista gain life every time it shoots something?
Yeah, because it has lifelink. So every time it deals damage, Connor gains life.
So he could just gain 70 life here?
Well, not 70, but sure.
Because every time it deals damage, he gains the life.
No. It only deals. You only gain as much life as damage is
dealt.
Oh,
right. Okay, not its power. Yeah, okay. That makes more sense. I was like, Jesus.
That would be sweet though.
Oh, Whisperwood Elemental. All right.
So Whisperwood Elemental is out of the sideboard.
Yeah.
That card's not bad against. It's pretty good against All Is Dust because you can sacrifice the Whisperwood Elemental and then all your guys manifest.
Yeah.
So you refill your board immediately.
That's actually an interesting.
Yeah, Todd Stevens played one on the sideboard. I've actually played that card in Naya midrange, and in the sideboard, very good against Damnation, very good against Supreme Verdict, very good against cards like All Is Dust. It's also just not a bad 5-drop in general, even if your opponent doesn't have the board wipe, because you get to manifest at your end step, not the beginning of your next upkeep, but your end step.
Sure.
And manifesting is just a powerful effect, especially in a deck that has, like 30 permanents, like these green-white company decks do.
Yeah. So what Addison's needs here is a reverse All Is Dust, where your opponent sacrifices all colorless permanents. Unfortunately, no such card exists, but it would be good here. Yeah, so we still got our enormous ballista, still got Karn on 10. I guess you can restart the game.
You could restart the game. We could watch game.
Just rub it in some more.
Yeah, just watch game 3 here. How many counters on this ballista?
6 or 7, I think.
Oh, I don't understand why there are only 6 or 7.
Well, because last time we played Karn and put some more counters on our guys. Okay, so Addison's going to sack the Whispered Elemental to give his team a manifest buffer for the turn.
So your manifest, don't your manifested cards also gain that trigger?
Yeah.
So
he got
Addison gets to manifest?
Yeah, he did.
Okay, he did, okay.
So I'm not really certain why Connor doesn't just like put 5 counters on Ballista, shoot him for 5.
Yeah,
put 5 counters on
I'm not
Ballista,
sure.
shoot him
I'm
for
not
5.
sure why we're still playing this game. Connor. I'm not even sure why you play the Karn, honestly. Why has he not been swinging with this Ballista just to play around Blessed Alliance?
No, he was attacking. I mean, Addison's just had some blockers. I'm not really sure why we haven't just gunned those down and attacked, but
yeah, I mean you can gun those things down and swing for a bunch of damage. I don't know.
So Ballista is currently larger than Karn. It's got more counters on it.
Yeah, this Karn represents 7 mana. This Ballista represents like 26 mana.
Yeah.
This is like a huge like Protean not a Protean Hydra. Well, yeah,
Yeah.
it's like a Protean Hydra.
I think we need to just fire up the Gatling gun
And
and
Connor's got the Dismember.
kill everything. Okay, there. We save some damage, I guess. Get rid of the Knight. I guess we're drawing a card. Okay, don't know. We don't really need more cards, but drawing cards is always fun.
I feel like drawing cards is not nearly
Oh,
as
there
good
you
as
go.
bumping Ballista.
Now
here.
we got it.
Okay, yeah. now the Death Touch. Hopefully Connor can navigate his way to a win this time. We'll see it. We'll see if he's able to mess
Boom.
this one up still.
Down goes Manifest. It was Windstow Teeth. Boom. Down goes that thing. All right.
Oh, the big plays. Will he get there? Will he get there?
What are we attacking for? 12. Put 2 counters on it. All right. Attacking for 14. Puts him to 10. Remove 10 counters. All right. We got there.
Oh, come on, Addison. You got to stay in the fight.
He's dead.
Right. Well, guys, we apologize for that. We're sorry for everything that took place. We will try to get another match.
If you wanted to see Tron, there you go.
I think I said early on that this green-white company deck has a pretty good matchup against big mana decks because of the Ghost Quarters, but we didn't see a single
yeah,
Ghost
well,
Quarter.
when you don't find your Ghost Quarters, your matchup's not great.
I mean, most of the game, Connor only had one tower.
Sure.
So that game could have been very different, but well, guys, we'll be right back. We'll try to find another match. So hopefully we'll get something for you. Let us know in chat if there are any decks you want to see, and we'll try to accommodate your needs.
Yeah. So we're when we say get another match for this round, we'll just